Alright.
I didn't get the root.
So now what we're going to talk about is the difference between a plea and everybody else. Because somebody breaks into your home, they're gonna break into your home and they're gonna take your children, they're gonna take your wife, they're gonna take you out. Alright? So why do we need to learn this shit? Okay, so I've been a part of several trainings for many years. Talk about SWAT trainings, talk about active shooter for police, talk about anti-terrorism trainings, and here's the thing, they all teach the same stuff. But let me just tell you one thing, if you've been in the military before, you've been in the infantry, you've been in the Marine Corps, you've been anything, you've learned room entry tactics. The one difference between traditional room entry tactics and what you're going to have to deal with in your house is in a traditional situation, you got 4 guys on your team or maybe 12 guys on your team. In your own house, you're by yourself. So this is where the Israeli method comes into play, because this has to do with the individual situation. You're by yourself, okay? There is a proper way to clear your own home out, okay? We got a doorway here, okay? The doorway leads to wherever, okay? It could lead to a bedroom, it could lead to a hallway, it could lead to anything else, okay? How do we deal with this doorway, okay? Somebody broke into my house, I need to have an armed response. Whether it's a blade, whether it's a gun, okay? Shotgun, if you're an American citizen with no felonies, you should be able to get a shotgun, okay? If you live in about 40 of the 50 states, you should be able to get an AR. If you live in about 45 of the 50 states, you should be able to get a handgun, okay? So, which ones do I recommend you getting? All of them. And if you live in all 50 states, you should be able to get a tomahawk. You should be able to get a long knife. You should be able to get a short knife. If you have no weapon, if you have no gun option, what should you have? Either a long knife or a tomahawk. Short knife doesn't give you a range option, okay? Anyways, we're going to talk about this doorway. In the military, when I learned this for security forces, we call this the fatal funnel because the problem is that everybody gets shot in the doorway. That's why it's called the fatal funnel, okay? Another problem is you got a lot of people bottleneck in the doorway. People die in the doorway. In the Army, they make vests where they have a handle on the back of your vest. So what happens? You walk into the doorway, boom, you get shot. Somebody can grab your vest and pull you out of the doorway. That's why they make those handles. So that's kind of a sad thought, but that's what it's for. So, anyways, I have students that were in the Marine Corps, and in 2003 they trained in Fallujah. Not trained, but they actually were in Fallujah in Iraq, one of the most gruesome battles in anti-terrorism wars, and they had to deal with room entries, okay? So, if you're in your house, you're not a military guy, you've never been, you're not a police officer, you've never been, there's still a proper way to go into your room, or into your hallway, or into your child's room, in an improper way. The improper way is the SWAT team way, which is barge through the door, okay? Let me start on this side. If I had a team of 4, guy number 1 goes in. He goes to either the heavy side of the room or the light side of the room. Heavy side means the big side, okay? Second guy would go to the opposite way. The third guy would go to the middle of the room on the one side, and the fourth guy would go to the other side of the room on the other way. If you're by yourself, you don't have that option, okay? So, what we're going to deal with is we're going to use the doorway, okay? We're not going to call this the fatal funnel because calling it the fatal funnel means that this is a problem. Yes, this is only a problem if you think of it as a problem. In Israel, we call this cover and concealment. Cover and concealment is 2 things. Cover has to do with, I'm not going to get shot on this side of the wall. Concealment has to do with hiding. You want both. The idea of cover is that if somebody pulls the trigger, boom, okay, you're not going to get shot because you have cover. If you're just hiding, like you're hiding behind bushes, you have concealment, but if somebody pulls the trigger, you will get shot. So you need both. You want to hide and you want to be behind a bulletproof area if you possibly can. But this is just a standard apartment wall, so therefore we don't have maybe cover, but we have concealment. It doesn't matter. It's still better than doing this, SWAT style, charging into the room. I have bad guy over here, he begins to shoot at me and I'm gone, okay? So, we're going to utilize the room. This is going to employ a method of what we call, in American law enforcement we call this pieing the room. In Israeli method, we call this the 45-90, okay? The 45-90 in the Israeli method is simply bad guys on the other side, okay? I first come up to the wall with my weapon, all right? I immediately can see into a 45. I'm going to point. If there's a problem there, I pull the trigger. If there's not, I continue to go to the next angle, which is 90. All right, there's 90. If there's a problem there, I'm pulling the trigger. If there's no problem, I continue. There's the next angle, the 45, and the next angle, 90. And now I've cleared one side of the room. Okay? This is the best you can do with one person. All right? How we do this in the Israeli method is we have, this starts with a single shooter response, and it can build into a team response, but it works for one person. All right? So, here's what I'm going to have you guys do. You're going to run to the room. Boom. 1, 45, 90. 45, 90, and I'm going into the room. Okay? Ready? Grab your weapon. Go on. You do one at a time, so you're going to go 45, 90, 45, 90, and then you're going to go into the room. Alright? Once you're in the room, just stay in the room, wait for the next guy to go in. Ready? Go. 45, 90, 45, and 90. 45, 90, 45, and 90. Good. Alright, we're going to come back out the same way. Pretend like this is now a new room. You're going this way into this room. Alright? 45, 90, 45, and 90. And come into the room. 45, 90, 45, and 90. And good. Go. The big difference between this and the way that American method teaches, the American method teaches is basically crash into the room. You see how I scare my dog? So basically by overwhelming the people that are on the other side of the room, which has its value, okay? You're overwhelming people on the outside of the room, and typically in the military, how we've been taught is the first guy, one guy on this side of the door, one guy on this side of the door, one guy pulls the door open, the second guy throws a frag, okay? Boom, the door closes, boom, it blows up. The door goes open, guy 1 goes in, guy 2 goes in, guy 3 goes in, and guy 4 goes in, and they basically dominate the room, okay? That is the value of it, but again, if you have one person, you don't have the ability to do that. So this way, you're using this wall, covers 45, 90, 45, 90. Look at, if you see a bad guy at any point in time, here, boom, I can back out. I don't have to run through this because the fatal funnel concept says this doorway is so dangerous that the only way to be safe in this doorway is to burst through it out to the other side. The problem with that is that obviously the guy with the gun is on the other side of the wall. He's not on this side. This is your safe, this is your known area, so you want to stay here until you know that you can actually go into that area. In Israel, they have guys who hide in refrigerators, guys who hide in drop ceilings, guys who hide in couches. Okay, you have all kinds of positions where terrorists, you can look into a room and not see anything and still there'll be gunshots coming. Okay? So let's try it again, same exact drill. 45, 90. 45. And you want to hug this wall as much as possible. Go ahead. Yep. Good, John. Good. Excellent. All right. Come back out the same way. My dog does not like this option.
The dog hates me. I hit him with a ball.
Go ahead. Come back through. 90, 45, 90. And come through. Go. Excellent. All right. I just want to point out a couple things. Number one, this same strategy can be used with a handgun. 45-90, 45-90. Notice, most of my body is behind this, okay? If I'm standing here in the middle of in the hallway, this is not helpful to me at all because I'm going to get shot. Okay, you can see it from the other side. The difference between this, bang, bang, bang. Exactly, exactly. You see that? So if something's coming, at the point where something's coming, bang, 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 bang. Okay? Half of my body is behind this wall. That is the value. Okay? Ready? Let's do it. Let me show you. Yeah, let's do it with a handgun. See how he's hugging that wall? That is exactly what you want to do. Maybe that wall is bulletproof. This is a great strategy to use. Okay? Go ahead. Come back through and then let him do it one more time. See? Assume that CJ's the threat. If you can see him, you can shoot him. Oh, there you go. There you go. Perfect. All right, switch it up. This is called the 45-90 method. This is a single officer response method. This is something that's being taught to American SWAT teams. Active shooter response. This is something that departments are having to relearn how to respond to active shooter situations because they've been taught to mobilize as a team first, which, number one, takes too much time. Number two, if you don't have enough team, then you're never going into the room, okay? So now we're going to talk about how does this build into a team from a single person, okay? Here's what's going to happen. First guy shows up at the door, CJ.
Okay, go for it, CJ.
I'm going to have you go to the door. Okay? It can be handgun long, it doesn't matter, okay? Let's say he's got a handgun. Second guy, what is the second guy going to do? He's going to cross to the other side. He's going to go with you. He's going to go here. Okay, whoa, don't get ahead, right? So he's still at the 45. As soon as he feels that with you, he's here. Now look at, he's got the 45 there, you got the 45 there. Now, we go 90 together. Boom, we're 90 together. Now we're 45 together. No, you're going this angle here, right? Then we're 90 together. And then we're going into the room. Okay? So, obviously, you have to kind of have to hug your corner so that you can both fit through the corner together. Alright, so does that make sense? So let me show you what John so you can watch it. Right? So he shows up at the door first. I'm like, with you, I'm here. We both are hitting 45 still. Right? Hit 45, and now we go 90 together. Boom. Now we hit 45. Now we hit 90, and now we go in the room. Alright, so that's how it builds into a team. Two-person team. Ready? I'm going to let you guys do it. Ready?
You want to be the first person or the second person? First person, okay. Get up to your 45.
Ready?
90. 45 this way. 90 this way. And we'll both there.
Good, excellent. And go out the same way. Go out the same way, even though there's obstacles.
Okay, I'll get there. I'll go up.
So don't take up more of your space than your space. There you go. Good. Excellent. So this is a two-person response. How does it build in the four-people response? Obviously, we don't have enough people to do that today. But basically, while your two people are popping the 45s here and here, your second two people hit the 90s, okay? And then they're hitting basically the first two people go into the room, the second two people go into the room, and now what's going to happen is they're going to line up along this wall, whatever wall it is, and they're going to both all move forward together. The value of this versus the original response of SWAT is that in SWAT team methodology, what happens is everybody bursts into the room. First two guys go to the left and right. The second two guys go into the middle of the room. The problem is there's a terrorist hiding in the desk in the middle of the room, and you just walked right by him, and now he shoots you. Okay? So in this reaction, while you line the wall and you both move, all four of you move forward together, you clear the room simultaneously as a team. But the better value is that you clear this, you could do this as an individual, or you can do this as two people, or you can do this as four people, or you can do this as 12 people. If you show up, you're in an active shooter situation. You're an active shooter. Bang, 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 bang. You're hearing this. Boom. You go in here. You go here. You go here. And there's no second person that walks by you, runs by you and says, got you. You can continue to go forward. Okay? You don't need a team to respond. Okay? Next method I'm going to teach. This is the last one we'll talk about today. This is called kind of the peek method. Okay? You're like peeking in. Okay? The idea is you show up on a doorway. All right? You still got your 45-90 establishment, right? But now what you're doing is you're going to peek both ways. You're by yourself. Okay? So you don't have somebody covering this whole side. You covered this side by yourself, but this side is a problem. So what you're going to do, when you come to the doorway, so watch me from the other side. I'm right to the doorway. 45, 90, 45, 90, all right? Now I'm going to come to the doorway. I'm going to look both ways, and then I'm going to come in. Okay? And I can go either direction. We call this light side and heavy side. The light side of the room, let's say there was a wall right here, but this is the depth of a room. There's 20 feet this going this way. I would go to the heavy side because that is the bigger area to clear. There's a wall right here. I don't have any problem here. The light side, you don't go to the light side because this is the more of the problem. All right? So, same method. You run 45, 90, 45, 90. Come right to the edge. Using this as cover and concealment, you peek left, you peek right, and then you move into the room. Okay? Once you move into the room, I'm going to show you this way, you move in and stay to the wall. The wall is your known. If you move into the middle of the room, that's your unknown. You don't want to move way into the middle. You move to the wall because that's your known. All right, ready? Go ahead. Peek method, go ahead. 45, 90, 45, nope. That's all right, that's all right. Boy, you gotta get this 90 here, this is the problem here.
Oh.
So 90 is there. Now you're gonna step to the doorway, peek left and right, and now you enter the room. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good. 45, 90, 45, 90, left and right, and go through. For those of you who've done SWAT tactics, okay, this is why this is different, okay? Because in SWAT tactics, you have 4 people. They line one side of the wall, they line the other side of the wall, and what's happening is you're just pushing through the room, pushing through the room, pushing through the room. The problem is if there's a suicide bomber on the other side, you're all dead, okay? The problem is if the guy is shooting from inside the refrigerator, he has cover concealment, you do not, or the ceiling tiles, he has cover concealment and you do not. I'm telling you, this is why we believe that citizen response training is necessary for all Americans, okay? Go. Come back to this way. Using both methods. It's okay to say it too. If you want to say it, it helps you.
45.
Excellent. All right, one more last thing I'm going to talk about. The pie method. I was in the military, in the Air Force, I was in security forces. They talked about the pie method. Let me draw this real quick. This is my Juggernaut rifle. This is made by Juggernaut Tactical in California. It's an excellent weapon, but if you live in California, they got to make it fucked up because it reminds you that you live in an outlaw state. So, I don't live in California. I live in the free state of America. So, anyways. So, in this, by the way, in this, having your weapon against this is good. When you have your weapon against this gives you a barricade. If you've ever shot from a barricade, this gives you more stability. It means your rounds are going to travel where you want them to travel. If you're floating around in the air like this, who knows where your rounds are going, okay? So this is a big difference. Also, pie method. Here's the problem with pies. You have a pie. Somebody gives you a pie. How many pieces are in a pie? How many pieces are in a pie?
8.
8? How many think you?
I like 6.
6. He likes 6. He likes 8. Here's the problem. You don't have no idea. Because it depends. Maybe there's 12 pieces of pie. With this method,
But I had to say something.
the simplicity of this method is that it's always the same. 45-90, 45-90. It's always the same. With pie, under stress, somebody is in your home. You are scared out of your mind because somebody is in your home and your children's room is on the other side of this doorway, okay? In Israel, in the IDF, what happens? They make soldiers put pictures of their own children on targets so that they can see that, you know what, this shit is real, okay? Let me tell you, in America, this shit is real. If you have not been paying attention, watch the news, okay? But basically, 45-90, 45-90 is very concrete. It's not like, oh, 6 pieces, 8 pieces, 12 pieces, you know what I mean? So everybody does the same thing. Security, military, Mossad, Spec Ops, regular infantry, they're all trained the same way. By training the same way, everybody can do the same response. If you're with 2 different agencies, 5 different agencies responding to an active shooter threat, they're all responding exactly the same way. That is the value of it. I'm scared to death. Oh my gosh, my daughter. I'm going to pie. Okay, what's happening? I'm losing time. I'm stumbling. Okay. I'm getting myself more psyched out because my heart is racing. With 45-90, you know the way to go next. If you're at 45, you go 90. If you're 90, you go 45. It's very simple. So
You need a simple plan.
yeah, simple plan, simple solutions. So that, my friends, is the Krav Maga response to anti-home invasion. And I believe in Israeli method, I believe America is in a situation that if we don't adopt the Israeli method, we are going to be in trouble, okay? So that's all I got. So let's just talk a little bit more about the tomahawk, all right? This is one of our 3 blades. I mean, the other 2 blades we can talk about, but I don't want to spend a lot of time today on it because that's stuff that you've been doing in your training. You've already been talking about regular blades and stuff, but this is kind of a funky thing. Anyways, you have 2 edges. Let me just open this up real quick. You have 2 edges that you have to be concerned about with a tomahawk. You have the main edge, the blade, and then you have the spike. All right. Most tomahawks have both these edges. Some don't. Some just have the blade. So either way, this is just, let's say this is a round ball. You still can hit with it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's still a blunt. It's still an impact weapon in that respect.
Mine is very blunt at the other end.
Is it?
Very blunt.
Is it a blunt at the other end?
It's a ball.
It's
a ball. It's a real
and by the
tomahawk
way,
peace pipe.
APLE is the only private law enforcement organization that believes that weed has some medicinal properties.
It absolutely does. But the reality of the tomahawk is it started off as a combination peace pipe tomahawk.
Right.
And it was either sit down and smoke with me on
pipe hawk, right?
Yes, it's either sit down and smoke with me and we become friends, or I stick this fucking thing in your skull.
That's it.
That's all there was to it.
There's only 2 options. So let's just talk about where we're going to hit with the tomahawk. Okay, carotid. Okay, that's one option. All right, carotid from this option. All right, you can hit the body, obviously. You can hit right. I mean, honestly, you can hit anywhere with a tomahawk, but you probably. Oh, it came out the sheath a little bit. Oh shit!
Oh, the condom.
Boy, NYPD.
So boom, right? You got
So
this.
maybe that's
You
not a
have,
good training
you have the
idea.
blade. You have the options here. Okay. You also have the blunt force of the top, right? That you can use as a less lethal option, as a throat strike. Okay, pushing the guy away from you. Okay. You can do it like kind of like a backhand. Okay. So here's what we're going to talk about: is the problem of the tomahawk versus the regular blade. A regular blade, a long knife. Let me go back. With both the long knife and the short knife, the options are that once I stab it in, it's going to retract out very easily. I stab it in, it retracts out very easily. I stab it in, it retracts out very easily. Long knife, short knife, both are the same. Okay? Tomahawk, though it's awesome in a lot of ways, okay, because you have the stick and the blade, all right, it also creates problems. One of these problems is the fact that you get your tomahawk stuck, okay? So this is where we're going to have to blend some techniques, all right? You hit the tomahawk and it gets stuck. What are you going to do now? Here's the problem. Second attacker, third attacker, fourth attacker, you've got to get this tomahawk free. Okay, so what you're going to do, boom, Front kick and retract, okay? You hit the guy in the tomahawk, boom! Front kick and retract. What you're doing is, you're basically, your tomahawk is stuck. You're lifting your foot, pushing, and you're pulling the tomahawk back. You're retracting your tomahawk at the same time you're kicking. Alright? Bang! Your tomahawk stuck. Side kick. And you're retreating. Alright? So, go ahead. Try it out. Retreat, take a step back. There you go. I'm gonna come back in. Don't cut Bob up too much. That sheep moves.
By the way, that voids your warranty on your bob.
Yeah. If you cut him with a tomahawk,
Hey, use any weapons on him.
nice, nice. Make sure when you kick, kick and then retreat. Take a step back. Retreat.
I tell you, CJ, often you mimic what you're doing. You're not doing.
Do it. Do it. Zoom and take a step back. Good.
It's like the gun didn't carry the bob.
Nice.
Cool, Bob. Okay.
Excellent. Excellent. So, why do we use this? Because this is a traditional weapon of America. Second reason we use this is a hybrid weapon. This is both a club and a blade. Okay, it blends the two weapons together. So that's all we got on that.
Something else why I like this technique is I was taught a handgun, touching, do what you're about to do. A long gun, touching, do what you're about to do. A handgun not touching, control the weapon. A long gun not touching, do this. So handgun touching, long gun not touching, all the same, the way I was taught. All right? I want to go this way because I have every option in the world right now. Every two options are open to me. There's nobody around here, right? Not even the dog. Number one, inside, is easier for me. So I chose to go this way, this way, this way. Okay? Now, there is a person that's not your partner right there. Not necessarily are they my partner, but they're not a bad guy. So I can't go boom. I have to go boom. Now I take what's called a number two. Boof, boof. Difference of number one and number two is number two is outside. Number one is inside. Everything's the same. Make sense? But you don't have those options. Right now, I have to take a number two because Mark is there. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Got it? Mark is now on this side. I have to take a number one. What? No.
Yeah. Huh?
One of the reasons why I like this pass and grab for the handgun is when I was taught, this is pass and grab,
Yep.
this is pass and grab, this is pass and grab.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't have an A, a B, a C, a D. You got A.
Right.
Just the way I like it, because keep it simple, stupid is the way I like it. Because the more I teach this, the more I realize the tougher you are, the stupider you are.
It's true. Well, the higher the stress, the less you can do as well.
That too. Okay? So now,
So you go from here.
yep, and you're still paddling, not grabbing. Paddle.
Yeah,
Right, see that grab right there?
Yeah.
That grab, get out of my bag. It's a big problem.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So I'm just going from.
So, Use your forearm.
Oh, your phone. So
Okay.
I'm going from here, and I'm grabbing here, right?
Right, let me demonstrate. Okay.
I need the last.
It's okay. Boom.
Oh, and you
Step and wrap. The
Step.
same arm that wrap steps. And you see my wrap? Did you see my wrap?
It's going around the
But
butt.
I don't stop here.
I see.
I stop here,
Okay.
where we are.
Okay.
And I drop right to here. Look at all that.
Okay.
Look at all that. Every finger's turning red.
Okay.
Every one of my fingers is
I
turning
see.
red. That's what's up. And this talks to you.
Yeah.
This jilts you. And that talks to you big time.
Okay.
All right? So first step is on me.
Yeah.
Step one.
So from here.
Nope. See, you're still squatting and your body's not moving anywhere.
Okay, I got it.
You are.
I see. So
You're pretending to get out of the
So
way. No.
you want to just?
Go like this.
Oh, you just want me to just?
I want you completely from here up, turn.
Okay. From here.
There you go. Now step towards me and wrap.
Okay.
That one wraps underneath. Let's go.
Oh, so from here.
Yep, and this one hits me in the neck. Beautiful. Grab the gun.
Yep.
Look good. Squeeze so hard that your fingers turn red.
Yep.
Give it a jilt, smack
Boom.
me in the head.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. Right? Now, the jilt and pop
Yeah.
is part of the technique. Okay? I don't know if the pop back is so important, but it's part of the.
I got you. So basically, the first step is I'm going here.
Stop slapping this gun.
Okay, sir.
All right.
So you want
This
to grab
gun.
it? So
All right.
you want to grab it?
Everybody punch the gun. Punch the gun. Punch it. The gun felt nothing.
Okay. So you so
No, stop slapping that gun.
okay. So you want to so
Watch
basically
this. Watch this.
this one getting confused. This one.
I know, and I keep telling you not to
Yeah.
slap the gun. Grab the gun. Pivot and push the gun aside. This does not move on its own. That's all. Why is this here? Push the gun back on me.
Okay. I
Okay,
see. I see.
back up. Back up.
I see where you come from now. And now I'm seeing where you come from.
Okay?
Now I'm seeing.
You got to be taught. That's all. Doesn't worry about it.
I'm-
You have to be taught.
I'm coming from here.
And move your body.
Okay. No, I'm trying to get the hand movement
Stop
first,
up.
and then
Stop.
yeah.
Stop doing kung fu.
Mm-hmm.
Stop turning yourself sideways to me,
Yeah.
because that's asking me to knock you over. Okay?
Right. So I'm going from.
Now, your feet must stay to me and your body must not.
Okay.
From heel up, turn sideways.
From here is.
Turn your body more.
Okay. So
Good.
from here.
You're okay.
Step and wrap. Okay, you see how you're a foot and a half from me?
Yeah.
See this 90-degree
Yeah.
angle? That,
Yes.
nope. This is as far as your arm can go.
Yeah.
Bring it to me.
From here.
Your arm can't move, only your body can move. Nope. From the get-go, if that foot comes in here,
Oh, so
this
in here?
catches me, okay?
Oh.
You're not working out here.
Okay.
Okay?
Because
Don't
you want
stop.
your whole, let me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing this, this
Yeah.
is all muscles,
Okay.
right? I want pass and wrap. I want my whole
Look at
body.
that.
I
Okay.
want my whole body on
On
this thing.
Okay.
On me.
You
Okay.
know?
Okay. So I'm going from here. Here.
Yeah. Now
Yep.
grab that.
Then
gun.
grab here.
Yep.
And then from here.
Give me.
Boom.
Yep.
Boom.
There is a shot of damage in there, but
Yeah.
6 1/2 doesn't help.
Yeah. Here. So basically. Right here. Grab. Pull.
Okay. I like a knee in there before you take the gun.
Oh, okay. You want knee in there. Okay. All right.
Alright, come.
So it's boom, 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 boom.
You have to hold on to this.
Okay.
Okay, you need to hold on. And you're back to trying to slap it away.
So think about it like this. Think about it like this.
Yeah.
Alright, here we're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Any moves I make, he can shoot.
Yeah.
I need to get away from this,
Yeah.
and I need to get here, the safest possible place, or here,
Okay.
because I'm farthest away from where this barrel is. And we already talked about it. This is better than a handgun because the handgun is easier to rearrange and put you back in the line of fire very fast.
Yes.
So, literally this, whether I pass it low, if it's low, or if I pass it here, it's only to get, the objective is to close the distance. So here, boom, to close the distance. You know what I mean? Here, boom, close,
See how close he is to me?
and get two hands on this, because he's gonna, as soon as he realizes, his brain goes, oh my gosh, I'm not in control. He's gonna try to fight his way to get
so
that
basically,
weapon back.
if I'm coming, I just want to, this is what I'm gonna break. I got the other steps. So I'm coming from here,
Yep.
here.
Boom.
Boom.
I can see how you're not holding the gun.
Also.
Wrap that weapon. The weapon is
What
more
weapon?
important than the body of the person.
Oh, okay, right now. Okay, now, no.
Yep.
That was the mistake last time.
So I'm going from here.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, get on that
Boom.
weapon. Give him a little bit of a struggle.
Give him a little bit of both things. You either come in close and not grab the gun,
Okay.
or you're grabbing the gun and staying too far away. You have to do both.
Okay.
Come all the way in like you did, and instead of grabbing my shoulder, grab the gun.
Okay.
If you grab my shoulder, go fuck and grab the gun. Okay? This time. Go ahead.
So I'm going from here.
Yep. In.
Boom.
Very good. Knee me
Boom.
once.
Boom.
Boom. See what's up? Now. Boom. Boom. Got it? That's what's up.
That is what's up.
Go for it.
Boom. 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 Boom.
Okay. I need you in practice.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. This is one of the practice things.
Yeah.
Stop seizing the gun. Okay? This time I'm going to just let you do it the way you did it, and I'm going to give you a little example.
Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Now I'm going to do it without grabbing, and you're going to do the same thing. Move, pull back. See what happened? Because this was an open thing, I'm just in there.
Okay.
And I didn't close up or anything, because I just wanted to show you, look, I'm inside.
The difference is with the handgun, you're getting control. You see, let's switch back to the handgun.
Well, and then we'll talk about the handgun again. Go ahead.
So, the difference with the handgun, when we push and do this,
Yeah.
he might be able to move this very fast. With the long gun, you're just trying to close to, not the arm, but you're closing to the gun.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I got the concept. Okay. Okay.
Again, the reason why I don't like, and I'm moving in, is because of all the bending he just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Boom, bend your arm, it's wrapping it around my body, have a good time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot of meat in there.
Sure.
There's a lot of me here all of a sudden.
Sure.
I didn't make it all the way. There's a lot of me here. These are kidding. I don't want grabbing. Now, the only time that I've been told that you have no choice but to grab is when this thing is out here in free space.
Sure.
There's so much free space that boom, bloop,
Right.
boom, bloop,
Right, he's gonna
boom,
move. He's
all
gonna
this
move.
other stuff, and I'm there.
Yeah.
So in this case, I want either way I go, this way or this way. I'm not going MLK.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Right, go ahead, what do you do? I'm not going, put that on. I'm not going, so I put your finger on the trigger so that you don't get hurt. Bad guy's finger's in, good guy's finger's out.
Go ahead.
Okay? I'm not going to do a Mike Lee Canaric and think I can hold this out here.
Right.
That's a lie. That's the same as if you grab that. I'm going to go here.
Right.
You see what I did? I didn't try to hold this.
Yeah.
I pushed it against his belly. Am I really holding this or am I pushing it against his belly?
You push it as well.
And I'm talking to him. Because without talking to him, even though this isn't as strong as this, it's still pretty damn strong.
Right. Right.
Talking. Talking makes a big difference. Talking.
Yeah.
All right.
You
So
see why you don't grab, but then we had one that you grab?
Yeah.
let's try it with the shotgun.
It sucks. I wished we could do it half-assed and say, never grab!
Now with the shotgun. So just to recap, the long gun and versus the handgun. The long gun is either shotgun or rifle.
Yeah.
Okay. The long gun means he's holding with two hands. You hold with two hands.
Yeah.
The positive in defending against the long gun is that you have more places to grab.
Yeah.
The negative in the long gun is that he's got a better grip, so it's going to be harder to get this away from him. Okay, it'll be a little bit harder. But shotgun versus rifle is the same. Okay, so we don't care. It doesn't matter how far this guy can shoot with it because you're in front of the barrel. That's all you want to do is get out of it.
Yeah. You got a lot of
So-
fire, yeah.
So the same thing. So this long gun defense, whether I'm here, 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 it's all the same. Okay, it's pass and wrap, pass and wrap.
Yeah.
So I'm passing in slow motion, wrapping. And wrapping means two hands on the weapon, damage, right? Then from here, I'm gonna kind of try to unseat this weapon. Boom, right? Get away, and I point the weapon.
So basically.
It's a hostage situation.
I remember this one. I think I remember some of it.
Okay?
So-
It's still pass and grab.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay? Now, what I did, I want you to learn.
Yeah.
One in, one out.
Yeah.
I pivoted my body, and I did an Aikido C.
Oh.
I did a hammer fist. I grabbed.
Yeah.
I kneed. I stepped through. I banged under the chin. Thumb down, twist, pop, elbow, push. Whack the gun, tell him to get down on the ground. I'm different. I like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this. People shoot themselves in the foot.
So when you're doing so I'm here.
Yep. It's one in, one out. The body pivots. Remember the fin?
Yeah.
The fin pushes it into the Aikido C.
Oh. Okay.
Right? That hammer fist.
Mhm.
It grabs the trap.
Mhm.
It hits a ball, steps through,
Mhm.
hits a face. Look at my nice fingers.
Yeah.
Twist,
Yeah.
punch out, smack, push him away. Rack the gun, tell him to get down on the ground.
All right.
And I gotta fight my way from here to there because of where I'm standing. That's life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? So, one step at a time.
So this
One
here.
hand in, one hand
So
out.
from here to here, right?
Right now, just start off
Yeah.
with feather pants. With this right
Yeah.
here,
It's all about the pens.
so that this can just be put in and this can just go like this. Right?
Okay.
Remember your Aikido C?
Yeah, I remember
With
that.
the finger?
Yeah, with the-
no thumb. No
no
thumb.
thumb.
Use the back.
Back.
Your body
Body.
is the back plate, which is
So-
Aikido-ish.
Yeah. So go from
Okay.
here. So I go from. So
Push
from
that
here.
down. Alright. This one
Yeah.
pushes into this one,
And this is
and
go.
this one grabs some hand, some gun, Aikido C.
And go from here.
Nope. And just pin it to yourself.
Okay.
No thumb. Squeeze in.
Mhm.
Push into your body. Push into your body. You see that? You see that? It's missing your face. Hit me with this in the neck. No, 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 no. Hold this. Hold this on you. Tight.
Okay.
Tight. I can't have it. This in the neck.
So this right here.
Yep. And then grab my shoulder.
So
Boom,
boom.
and grab. What
Yeah.
are you in? A reference one
One
basic.
point. Okay.
Alright? Now, you are fighting yourself with the thumb. Now all your pressures are going one way instead of 50-50.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, hi. I pet the dog.
Uh-huh.
You knee me hit me under the chin. Right? Boom, under the chin.
Boom.
Boom. Go get the gun.
Boom.
Now, take the gun, go like this, and push downwards, away from yourself.
Boom.
Now, put the gun on me. 1, 2,
Mhm.
3, 4. See the breech of the gun right there? Thumb goes right on the breech. Fingers go around. Flush the toilet.
Okay.
Punch him.
Okay.
That's disrespect.
So let's go from here.
Alright, so
Yeah.
pivot the body again. Pivot the body. You see how you're off?
Yeah.
Now, it's going to be a bad habit of yours because of your Aikido C
Okay.
being, that's a perfect Aikido C, this is a better Aikido C.
Okay, right here.
Right, and that
Yeah.
way, hit me in the neck.
Boom.
Boom, grab me.
Boom. Boom.
Your disarm's a little bit different, but it's very hard for me to build that.
Okay.
Right?
Probably my dyslexia.
Put this on, come here, Mark.
It's probably my dyslexia that's
Well,
kicking
it's
in.
not that because I do good with that.
Oh.
I showed an apartment to a fucking woman, and she's a teacher, and she goes, I'm a special ed teacher, dyslexia is my specialty. I go, mine too! Right hand. It's the disarm, and it's very hard for me to show you on yourself, okay? Oof. Thumb to breech. That knuckle of my thumb right on the breech, fingers around. Twist. Okay? See, no fingers on gun. Boom. Boop. If you're gonna hit somebody with a gun, the only acceptable way is this barrel hits them.
Takes
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I
This,
grab it that way as opposed to the other way. Yeah.
I grab this way because I push away from me and I have that foot. This is the way my wrist pushes. I go this way. This is not how my arm is strong, and this is very bad.
See what's happening?
you wanna
now
go
you're,
that
now you're in the line of fire that way.
So you want to go this? So you want to go this way?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
That's a gun principle for all of them.
Okay?
Okay.
Don't ever forget, this is bad.
Okay. I got you.
So like, do like gun to the side of the head, right? We do the gun to the side of the head. We're here, smash, hit, right? If I grab this way and pull this, I'm pulling it into me. So by having this way, and it's just a matter of practicing, you know what I mean? Practicing grabbing it the one way the same time over.
I like to teach people to remember is thumb down, look at your manicure. Okay, put your thumb.
I don't get
on
manicures, but I understand
what you're saying. You know what? Neither do I.
Again, it's pass, wrap. See, notice I don't really care how big this guy is. I don't care what he's about to do. This is the most dangerous part of the equation. So I'm on this gun, right? From here, then I'm like, okay, now I got the gun, headbutt maybe, knee to the groin, right? I'm still controlling. Now, bang, I drive it and I pull it. And now I'm gonna.
There's no rounds in there. So, and this is a great
example. There is no rounds in here.
Why do you always rack the gun? Why? Because if there was rounds in there, this thing would go. But there's
no food in there, all right?
I know I have no bullets.
Yeah.
You probably spent a sandwich.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? Or, a lot of times, it won't rack with the safety on.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
So at least you know. What if you just went, yeah, motherfucker? And I said, I brought that gun here, but it got no bullets in it. So that's a good reason to rack, right there. We found out no bullets. Bullets. Alright, so here we are. Motherfucker,
So you go
give me money, I gotta pay for this fucking thing. Nope.
So,
Alright, uncome through yourself.
Uncome food.
cool, right?
Yep. Stop trying to pull the weapon.
Freeze right there. Freeze right there.
Okay.
See how close this is to your body? Scoot up as much as you can, because this is
Oh, so
this is where the round is coming out of.
So I got
So again, tight. Now, something you're doing is you're going, here, put the gun on me, just point at me. You are going, I don't want that.
Okay.
I don't want that, because did that really work for you, or did you just shoot me?
Okay.
I want, here, I come.
Okay.
Right? I didn't yank your gun.
Okay.
At no time did you feel anything really.
Yeah. I got you, sir, now. Like, I got you, sir. I'm going from here.
No.
Yeah.
No, alright, stop. Touch the gun and let go of the gun.
Alright, so from here.
Let go of the gun. No.
So you want to do one,
Let go of the gun.
two.
This hand lets go of the gun.
Okay.
I don't even want you to ever grab, but so I want you to at least let go.
So
Go,
one.
let go. Now this is ready to hit me and this is coming underneath.
Yeah.
Got it?
Boom.
Right? So now this time you don't really have to let go and listen to my words. Make sense? I'll show you what you're doing and I'll show you what I want. You are doing this. And you own this and you are trying to pull yourself over.
I think
And
we want
over, right, and you don't want
that.
that.
You don't want that. Okay. That's what I
Don't
said.
want that. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. It's important not to know what we don't want.
Okay.
We want push it out of the way and come underneath. Underneath,
Okay.
and this finds a home.
Okay.
And then it finds a home on the gun.
I got you. That's okay.
Awesome, right?
I got you. So I guess I'm going from here.
Yep. Yeah! Awesome. Knee me.
Boom.
Now hold on to that puppy.
Okay.
Once you got it, you hold it for dear life. Knee my ass.
Boom.
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 Yank.
Boom.
Smash. Perfect. That's the beginning that we want. That's exactly what we haven't been getting. Let's do it again, just like that.
I guess we go
So
from
now get the pass and grab concept. Pass. Boom. Good. A little bit of grab there, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's not passy grab, it's pass, then grab.
So basically, all I'm doing is I'm going from here.
Yeah. Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep. Basically, for the first move, you can pretend you have no fingers. For the first move, you can pretend you have no fingers. You pretend you have no fingers.
Did
That's
you
a
explain
sign.
why you don't?
Yes, because I yanked them on.
Okay, good.
This is why. Go ahead, put it on me just in case I didn't make it clear enough.
Yeah.
And I did, but make it clear enough again. I go, boom, and you yank.
Take a step back.
Boom,
Yeah,
right?
boom.
Or, come back. Boom, and take a step back. Take a full body step back, right? Problem, right?
Yeah.
I use just my hand. Take a step back.
I see what you're saying.
Right, remember me sliding up with the long gun
Yeah.
when we had more distance? I said, look at this.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
Plus, the original, grab that gun, just
Yeah.
grab it,
Yeah.
is the end of that.
Yeah.
Did the little BB get you?
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit, the BB got you,
Yeah.
good example of why,
Yeah.
okay? Front, back, side, front of the elbow, behind the elbow, to the neck. This to the back of the head, to the side of the head doesn't
Yeah.
cut it. This,
Yeah.
this, and this are all the same.
Yeah.
You're always underneath.
Yeah.
A lot of people mess up when we come here. Go here, do your technique.
Go underneath, huh?
Yep, go for it. Boom. All right, but see how you're all up here?
Yeah.
Go ahead, put the gun underneath. You slightly changed. I'm not changing at all.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're doing, huh?
Got it? Beautiful. Got it?
I got you. So you just basically you're just going straight in.
Just straight into that bitch.
All right.
It's all the same. I'm too stupid to know anything else. No, not over, under.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah. So I'm too stupid to know over for this one, under for that one. Boom, yeah, rock and roll. Boom, yeah. Boom.
He's on the ground.
Yeah,
We're training with CJ Rivera. He is the head of New York City Apley Training Academy. We're moving into New York City, just like Guardian Angels are moving into Albany. Albany's moving into New York City. We're looking to help train and equip more people. We talk about the 3-blade system. We're talking about the 3-knife system, as well as the 3-gun system. Okay. We believe all Americans should be able to be trained. Okay. If you're an American citizen, you should be able to have a weapon. Okay? If you're an American citizen, you should be able to call, yes, of course you're going to call the police if something happens, but you also should be able to defend yourself. Every human being has the right to defend their life. So that's what we believe. So these are the 3 different blades of the 3-blade system, okay? This is the tomahawk. Tomahawk has a lot of history. All right? This is basically made by Daniel Winkler. It has, obviously you have the spike end and you also have the bladed end. Alright, you can see that. This is really nice and lightweight, but the thing is, you can get this at any hardware store. You don't have to go and buy an expensive blade, but the nice thing about this one is you can actually keep the cover on and you can train with it as a training weapon. Second blade. This is the long knife. Okay, this is also made by Daniel Winkler, but basically, even if you don't have, again, you don't have the resources to buy a Daniel Winkler blade, because all his are made for Spec Ops guys, but what does this look like? It looks like a chef knife. You can probably buy a chef knife for $5, okay? You might have a chef knife in your house and somebody breaks in. Guess what? If you know how to fight with this, this has range, okay? This also has the ability to block stuff, okay? So you have the ability to move out of the way and clear your line of attack, okay? If somebody's attacking you and they have a weapon, this is a good option for counterattack. Third weapon. These are also the 3 different types of blades that you might have that might just be at your disposal. This is a small blade. Okay, so that was the long blade. This is the short one. The short version of it, obviously we don't have the same range, but we do have his mobility and the ability to move around very quickly and stick this in different places. Again, we're obviously only using these for self-defense. We're only using these when we need to as a means of last resort. But in a situation where you have multiple attackers, a blade, having a weapon is a force multiplier. If you live in an outlaw state, which means that you live in a state where you can't get a firearm, or it makes it very difficult to get a firearm, it's very easy to get a blade, okay? Also, you can even have a folder. If you can't get a straight edge blade, you can get a folder, and a folder works, once it's deployed, will work the same as a straight edge blade, as a fixed blade, okay? So you see these are very similar in length. It doesn't matter what they look like. It matters that the blade is approximately the same length, the handle is approximately the same length. All the techniques you can do with a fixed blade, you can do with a folder once it's deployed. We talk to knife experts. One of the reasons they don't like the folder is because under stress, you pull this thing out and you're trying to do this, you're trying to open it up, all right? And meanwhile, the guy is sitting there and he's pounding you, okay? This is problematic. So you don't want to. Obviously, this is very, very easy. You can put this on your belt, and literally it's just boom, deployed, and then you're in action. Okay, versus the folder, which is going to be a second. There's an extra step of opening the blade. Okay, so, but again, check your state laws. The bottom line is, even if you live, we're training with some guys that live in New York City. I have a full, unrestricted concealed carry in New York State, but in New York City it says, nope, you can't carry in New York City, Mark, because we don't want you to carry there. Now, if I was NYPD, I could carry anywhere. But because I'm not, it's a restriction. So I consider that an outlaw state. I choose to be Robin Hood. I choose to follow the Second Amendment. So, peace. This is the Juggernaut coming to you from the Apley Training Academy.
Yeah. Right. Either way, you say it's bigger, you whip it out, it's getting used anyways.
Alright.
feel how light that is, man? The big difference between a cheaper blade and that is you could fight with that probably for hours and still be not
Yeah,
tired.
but when I seen the one I wanted,
Yeah.
it's made by what's that company that makes blades? Oh God, it's a big blade company.
Gillette?
No.
The principles are all the same, okay? The
Yeah.
principles, you have a blade, you have also a hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
You have...
for it to all be feasible,
Where'd my cover go?
it can't
Oh,
be,
sorry. That's right.
it's a tomahawk, and it's gotta be a tomahawk.
You can even throw that shit.
Just like I say, all right, 3-blade system, yeah, long, medium, tomahawk. Okay, well, really, anything you teach with the big one, you better be able to do with a steak knife you pick up off the table.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything you teach with the little one, you better be able to do with a snake knife off the table. Anything you teach with the tomahawk, you better be able to do with a fucking claw hammer, you better be able to do with a fucking sledgehammer, you better be able to do with a
ground
rice.
bit. I mean, a ground bit.
A grommet, a knife, do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, this is this kind, this is that kind, should never come into play. Yes, like a stereo, a car, a gun, you want a good one.
Right.
But, you should be able to outrun, if you're running moonshine, you should be able to outrun them in any car you get.
Yeah.
If you're fucking fighting with a knife, you should be able to fight with any knife you
Yeah,
get.
absolutely.
Right.
No, absolutely.
Now, do you use this like a knife? No, but you use it like an axe, a hammer, any hammer.
Right, right,
This
absolutely.
brand, that brand. If any instructor tells you you gotta buy the Crombit knife, you gotta buy the fucking
You have to buy it
stiletto
from my
knife.
company, all that shit. That's where you gotta be like, stay away, stay away.
Right, well, if they say you gotta buy from their company, that's just stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
But if they say, oh great, thanks for signing up, come in on Monday and have a Crombit and a scimitar style and a tomahawk, try to get your money back because they're not teaching you stuff that you're at your house and you reach over to the side of your table. You ever see those posts? You're sitting right now, zombies come in your house.
See, what my
Take a
difference-
picture of what's to your left, that's your weapon.
See-
That's what you need.
See, what's
to
crazy
learn.
is that
Sure.
what's crazy is that I agree with you saying, like my system is that it's just me and my it's me and Mark.
Yeah,
And my Goju, my Goju system,
yeah,
it's just me and my sensei.
yeah.
We basically built Roishi Goju from the ground up. So like, we all trying to buy things that, you know, I don't mind. Like I found the bob in base in his house. I got it on sale because of their freaking sports store that was going on.
The point,
Sure.
my point is though, is anything that you want to be real stuff, because you want to learn how to fucking use nunchucks, that's awesome, because you might want to learn how to line dance. And that's awesome
So
too.
no, just go YouTube.
Right, but you understand what I'm saying? But the fact that you have to use a nunchuck for those techniques means those techniques are not self-defense techniques. Okay? I mastered in nunchucks when I was a child. I got my first black belt in judo. My second one was in fucking kempo. My third one was in weapons in kung fu. And I did all the weapons, but nunchucks was my specialty. I don't know why, but I always seem to keep my nunchucks in my refrigerator. I have a fridge out in the backyard, there's a set of nunchucks. I don't use nunchucks, but that's where they are. That's where they are. The point of the subject is that when somebody breaks in my house, I can't go get my nunchucks.
Unless you got them in your, unless you stash them by your
Now, when
bed.
I was a kid, I took my nunchucks and I put them inside the sleeve of my denim jacket because I was the nunchuck guy.
Sure.
I had a certificate and everything said I was the nunchuck guy.
Let's
But
talk about
the
let's talk
reality
about
is-
tomahawk.
Yeah.
When I reach down and
This is
pick
what I
this
do.
up, whatever you teach me to do with that, I better be able to do with this.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what's up.
Alright, so this is obviously this is specially weighted, so look like this basically like falls in my hand. I don't really have to even throw it. But anyways, I saw you throwing. I liked your throwing video, by the way. You're throwing.
I never
axe.
threw a fucking tomahawk or an axe in my life.
That would look great though.
I just walked up, I went. First, I asked the guy how to do it, and he showed me, and he goes, let me try. But I got it before, and he totally fucking showed. Slaps on the ground.
So let's talk about this real quick. In the 3-blade system, this is the strangest one. Okay, you got long knife, short knife, and this weird thing. Why do we teach about this? Because this is kind of a hybrid. This is a hybrid between a club and a knife. So all the problems, as far as defending, all the problems you have to deal with a knife, you have to be concerned about, but also all the problems with a club, the range of a club, you have to be concerned with as well. If you're the guy with the weapon, okay, which is what we're teaching, this is now moving into the what we call the DOF category, the Defenders of Freedom. we're teaching good guys how to use weapons to be a force multiplier. The difference is now I have range, which I want, okay? I also have a blade, which is going to cause, it's going to be a game over for a lot of people, okay? With a club, you hit somebody with a club, they could still be in the fight. You hit somebody with a tomahawk, you're probably turning the lights out, okay? That's just a matter of fact, okay? People, good point. John brought up the infidel. He brought up the fact that, you know what, you got this in your house. If you don't got it in your house, it ain't sitting by your TV stand, and you're probably not going to use it in a real situation. So this is something you got to consider. But if you're living like where you're living, in a place where it's not only an outlaw state, but an outlaw city, and it's almost illegal, you're almost super impossible to get a concealed carry, this might be something you can carry. This might be something you can keep in your house. You can't keep your handgun in your house because you don't have a concealed carry license. But you can keep your tomahawk. And you can hang it up and make it a nice little, oh, look at how beautiful that is. And if somebody tries to break in your house, you got it. You hang them above your bed. You can get these for $10. Or you can get them for this is probably a $500 one. Alright? Anyways, let's talk about this. The range, okay? We have the range. We're going to talk about it from a purpose of I am the defender. I have this in my hand, and we're going to talk about defending against it. Where's the club? You still have the club out here? All right. So, a guy moves at me with a club. He swings the club. All right. I have the ability to block with this. This whole handle here is a blocking force. Okay. The thing that I don't have an option with the big knife, I don't really have a whole lot of blocking ability with this knife, okay? I have a lot of attack. This is heavy on, you know, back in the old days when I was a teenager, I had buddies, we used to play Dungeons and Dragons, right? If you know what I'm talking about, then you can track with me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain real quick. This would have a high attack points, but it would have very low defense points, all right? You have no ability to defend here. Obviously, you might have the ability to defend with the flat part of the blade, okay? But mostly it's a heavy on the attack points. This one has both, attacking and defending, okay? The nice hooking edge of it, if he swings the club, okay? Go ahead, swing at me, right? Boom, I have the ability to defend. I also have the ability, go ahead, so you got your club here, it's just here, come right here. I'm defending, right? With the flat part, right? This is the ability to use non-lethal force in the defending of your life, okay? If I had that big blade, what would I be doing? Boom, I'd be cutting his arm, okay? Which is, again, that ends the attack, but it's a little bit more lethal, all right? So, a little less lethal. Now, I have the ability to, from this position here, pull back. And what this is going to do, when I pull back, when I rake down on his arm, this may rake the arm. And again, I could do it this way too. This may rake the stick right out of his hand because of this little hooking action. Again, I have the case on too. You all right?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead here. Let's switch. Let's switch.
I don't know if it was gonna cut me. I thought it cut me.
Like,
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's got the sheath on it, so you can train with it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna block. So you're gonna basically boom. There's the block, and then you're gonna as you pull back, you're gonna rake this across this way. Okay, so I swing, block, and rake. Yep. And you're going to take my watch, whatever else I got on my arm, right? Other hand, same thing. Backhand, boom, block, and rake. You're going to rake back to you, right? Go ahead, ready? Block, rake it back to you. Boom, exactly. All right? All right, so, next one. All right? This is a little bit more of an aggressive move. All right, we're going to try both of these. I'll show you both of them and we'll practice them. Swing the club, block, cut. That's a little bit more hostile, okay? So the first one was a little more, what do you call it, passive, right? The first one is block and rake and recover, right? I'm recovering my distance. I'm getting in a position where I can, maybe there's 3 or 4 bad guys I got to be concerned about. The second one is swing, boom, bang, right? I'm going to jam this right in his throat. Okay, now the nice thing about this is because this is so weighted, I don't need to come from a very far distance to make it have an impact. It's a very short distance, right? So I'm here, boom, bang, right? And I'm just gonna, just a little bit of a chop right here on the carotid. And the difference is not. He's not going to be unconscious. He's going to actually be incapacitated or terminated. All right, go ahead, try it out. I'll bring my 7th degree black belt out here. He's going to try it out. You guys can work it, partner. I got a training time.
Oh.
Try both options.
Did it cut you?
Yeah.
It works good.
I think you did.
Of course I did. It's a fucking tomahawk. The fuck is that?
Is it sheepdog?
She's on.
Little bit. Little blood. Well, no.
Alright. First off.
You want to hit one? Oh, you want to hit one?
Let go.
You want to hit one?
Swing this puppy. Swing it. Hit me. Come on. Hit me. Hit me with the stick. How come I haven't gotten hit with the stick? Hit me with the stick. There you go. Good. Go. Boom.
Oh, like that.
Boom.
I see what you're saying.
Okay?
Use
Now
the
you can
blade
use
to
the
defend.
stick.
Use the
Now
blade.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Swing. Now, the
Boom.
stick. The stick.
Yep.
It's stuff
Got
okay,
it?
and then go
Now
from
he's
here.
doing everything he can to not get hit with that stick because it hurts.
Yeah, yeah. So you want to hit with this?
It's the same as our open hand. Right here, this is that.
Awesome. Right there.
Right? And that's the hook. Right there. Okay? And hook. And there you go. Okay?
Oh, I got my foot.
Ooh.
Here.
And right. Or in. So that's out.
Yeah.
This is in. Boop. In. That's out. Come here. Boop. Stop.
Oh, sorry, good.
Lock.
Yeah.
Lock.
Boom.
In.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Okay.
you cover this? Oh, okay.
So. Boom. In. Boom. In. Back of the neck. Boom.
Boom.
Out. Okay, in.
Yeah.
It's out.
Just literally what you're doing with the stick.
Yeah.
As you pull this, he's swinging backhanded, right? Boom! You're
Yeah.
stopping it with this part of the hand. And as you rake back,
Like
see what's happening?
Yeah.
That's catching it. You're stripping it. Now you can be careful with each other, but
Yeah.
basically he's gonna let go of this because this is gonna cause a lot of pain, especially when you got a blade on here.
Yeah, see.
No, it's not that. There's no.
We should get some black tape, like, you know what?
There's no weapon there. That's what I was looking for. Because not that I was worried about the weapon, I wanted the weapon for when it was unsheathed, and there is no weapon edge there.
Right.
There is a weapon because that hurts,
Yeah.
but there's no hacking there.
No,
Because I would like very much for this to be shown. Go ahead. So I bump and I cut that fucking arm off.
Yeah.
I just take that
Well,
off.
you can once
course.
it's unsheathed, you got that bottom point of the
Yeah.
blade.
That little corner piece, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll
corner piece I
probably
get.
like probably shred one.
Because I don't foresee, go ahead, give me a swing. This being a disarm of a stick.
Okay.
And I see it being a cut of a hand.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
You might take his thumb off.
I might take his thumb off, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Eesh. Why are you moving?
Because Bob's on a spiral today.
Alright, so let me tell you about Bob. So
John has to stand behind Bob.
I don't want you to kick him full power because you probably break this shit.
Plus, you'll probably fucking knock.
What happened to the Bob thing?
He lost it on the.
I lost it. I drove to Oregon, man, and it fucking disappeared.
How did this appear?
He lost it, dude.
I lost it.
Okay.
Alright.
So this is, way too high to you kick. What do you have him doing on this?
Alright, I'm gonna show you.
I do a front leg kick on it, but not.
Yeah.
No wash spaghetti.
Just watch.